Hello students, let us take up new subtopic under the international trade, that is examination, also called as verification of document presented by the exporter to his bank under letter of credit arrangement. Also we can say as LOC arrangement. So here need to examine or need to verify document presented by the exporter to his bank, under the LOC arrangement. So let us take one by one. There are documents like bill of exchange, bill of lading, insurance policy and commercial invoice. Let us see one by one. First one is bill of exchange. As you all know, in international trade there are two parties, exporter and importer, and followed by advisory bank. Now in the bill of exchange, when the exporter submits a bill of exchange to the advising bank, the bank needs to ensure certain things. Here is the case where exporter has to submit bill of exchange to the advising bank, the bank who advises, right? And the bank needs to ensure, meaning make sure of certain things. So let us see which are those certain things which bank needs to ensure. Now, advising banks' duty is to confirm certain things. So first one is whether the bill of exchange has been prepared in favor of the importer. That too, the name is mentioned in the LOC. Now, the duty of the advising bank is first of all, has to see whether the bill of exchange is prepared in favor of the importer and whose name is mentioned in the LOC, that is letter of credit. That is the first duty of advising bank. Then, whether the bill of exchange has been endorsed in favor of concerned advisory bank. So bill of exchange is belong to in favor of the concerned advising bank. That bank, advising bank name should be there, right? So that means it is confirmed that it endorsed in favor of the concerned advising bank. Then, whether the bill of exchange has been properly dated and signed by the exporter. This is another very important point. Advising bank has to make sure that bill of exchange has been properly dated. Full date has to be written. It shouldn't be incomplete date and need to sign by the exporter. Sometimes what happens is that date is put but they forget to sign it. So that means the bill of exchange is incomplete, right? So it is the duty of advising bank to make sure to confirm a signature is there of the exporter and it is properly dated. Then, whether the amount mentioned in the bill of exchange tallies with the amount mentioned in the letter of credit as well as amount given in the commercial invoice drawn or prepared by the exporter. Now it says here the amount which they mention, it should tally with what? It should tally with bill of exchange and letter of credit as well as on the commercial invoice. 3 places amount should tally. It should not happen that on the bill of exchange some other amount is there, and on the LOC some different amount is there, and on the commercial invoice and so on, right? So point is, on all the 3 documents, that bill of exchange, letter of credit and on commercial invoice, amount, the figure should be the same. It should tally. Okay, so whether the amount mentioned in the bill of exchange tallies with the amount mentioned in the letter of credit as well as amount given in the commercial invoice drawn or prepared by the exporter. Okay, that is something about bill of exchange. Now moving on to next document. Okay, the document which is presented by exporter to his bank under the LOC arrangement is where we have bill of lading. Now let us see what comes under bill of lading and what the advising bank have to make sure of. Now with respect to bill of lading, the advising bank is required to ensure following things. Okay, there are certain things which advisory bank have to confirm it, make sure about it. Bill of lading has been, whether the bill of lading has been submitted to the bank. Okay, first thing they have to see. Then again here, whether the date mentioned in the bill of lading is prior to the date of shipment of the goods. Now it should never happen ki bill of lading the date is same of date of shipment of the good. No, the date which is there on the bill of lading, it should be prior, earlier, okay, to the date of shipments of the good, because shipment of the good is done later. Okay, first they prepare bill of lading, so obviously date will be prior date. So make sure the advisory bank have to make sure whether the date mentioned in the bill of lading is prior to the date of shipment of the goods. Moving on to next is whether the bill of lading is a closed or state bill of lading. Okay, also advisory bank have to confirm, make sure about the bill of lading is closed. Okay, you can put it in a inverted commas, or the state current bill of lading. Then whether the description provided in the bill of lading matches with the description in the letter of credit. It is somewhat same like amount telling. Okay, so now description, whatever they have given the description about the goods, right, it is mentioned in the bill of lading should tally, it should match with description which is mentioned in the letter of credit, right? Now those were the certain things which advising bank have to confirm, okay, make sure about it, of bill of lading. Now moving on to next is insurance policy. Next document presented by the exporter to his bank under LOC arrangement is insurance policy. You are very well aware about this term insurance policy. On receiving the marine insurance policy from the exporter, again here same, the advising bank examines the following things. Now what is the duty of advising bank? What the advising bank has to examine, the advising bank has to examine under certain, okay, certain things have to take into consideration by advising bank. So on receiving the marine insurance policy from the exporter, the advising bank examines the following things: whether the goods being exported have been sufficiently insured, right? The goods, okay, they will going to export have been insured properly, right? All the goods have been insured, they have to make sure about it. Then the value of the policy, it should be at least 10% higher than the value of goods. Okay, it cannot be lesser than the value of goods, but it should be 10% higher than the value of goods. Then the date mentioned on the policy document is, okay, no later than the date mentioned in the bill of lading, right? Okay, the date which is mentioned on policy document, it shouldn't be later date, okay, the mention in the bill of lading. Then that the policy does not contain any clause, okay, which goes against the interest of advising bank, right? And that the policy covers the entire voyage. The policy should cover the entire journey, entire voyage, right? Okay, that is something about the insurance policy. Moving on to next is document presented by exporter to his bank under LOC arrangement is advising bank need to examine or verify this commercial invoice, right? Now, the following aspects need to be examined by the advising bank. The commercial invoice once they receive the commercial invoice, right? Now, what are the things the advising bank need to make sure of? That the value of goods mentioned in the invoice is same as the amount included in bill of exchange and the letter of credit. Okay, now value of goods, whatever the amount value of goods, okay, mentioned in the invoice, it should be same amount included in bill of exchange as well as in the letter of credit. Then the description of the goods provided in favor, okay, in the invoice, it should matches with the description provided under LOC. So point is same here, the whatever description about the goods is there present in the invoice, it should be it should match, it should be seen, okay, with LOC, letter of credit. Then the advising bank must ensure the name included, okay, in the invoice and other details of the exporter as well as importer should be, okay, or seen as those mentioned in the LOC. Meaning is the advising bank have to confirm the name which is there present in the invoice and other details about the exporter as well as importer. It should be same those mentioned in the LOC. It should tally, okay, with the LOC and with the invoice, right? Then that the commercial invoice is properly dated, stamped and signed by the concerned exporter. As you all know, student, without seal, I mean without stamp, without signature, without date, any document is invalid. So advising bank have to make sure that they have properly dated, they have put the seal, stamp and sign by the concerned exporter. Then only the entire process will be complete, right? So this were the documents where advising bank need to confirm about it, okay, that is the reason they need to make examination or they need to verify, okay, all these documents presented by the exporter to his bank under a LOC arrangement. I hope this is clear.